His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan arrives in Nairobi for the Takht Nashini celebrations, being received at the airport by the Governor of Kenya, Sir Evelyn Baring and Lady Baring, various dignitaries and leaders of the Ismaili community, including Sir Ibu Pirbai and Wazir Jimmy Ahmed. His Highness is accompanied by his mother, Her Highness Princess Tajuddaulah. His Highness, accompanied by the Scoutmaster, Mr. Chotu Sharif, he takes the guard of honor and meets various leaders of troops and guides and Boy Scouts. Various leaders, dignitaries, and members of the Ismaili community have come to the airport to receive His Highness the Aga Khan to Nairobi. Many of these members have been introduced to His Highness by the President of the Supreme Council for Africa, Sir Ibu Pirbai. It was an unforgettable scene and took place in one of the state rooms of Government House, where the Aga Khan was guest of the governor. The Ismaili leaders were seated, as is their custom, cross-legged in a semicircle around the young Imam, and the two factions elaborated their different points of view. To a non-Muslim, the arguments were difficult to follow. It was clear that a strong difference of opinion existed, and that the Aga Khan would be called upon to resolve a ticklish point of theological doctrine. This was the first occasion on which he had been called to exercise the responsibilities bequeathed to him by his grandfather. Still an undergraduate at Harvard, he looked very young, a trifle pale and tense as he listened to the rival claimant. There was a pause as they finished, then the Aga Khan asked a question, which obviously puzzled his followers. Who, he asked, will recite the verses you wish me to decide upon? A chorus of voices assured him that a young man from Zanzibar had been procured for the recitation, and that his fame as a psalmodist of the Quran was acclaimed far and wide. If that is so, said His Highness, let this young man suggest those verses in which his ability is most outstanding, and thereafter I shall decide which particular chapters and verses will be selected. His Highness arrives for an inspection of the arrangements and various accommodations made for dignitaries, guests, and members of the Ismaili community, including the elaborate arrangements and splendid throne for the dais. In animated discussion with leaders of the Ismaili community, His Highness discusses various finer points of the arrangements. Sir Ibu Pirbai and other members of the Jamaat, His Highness goes through all the arrangements. The Aga Khan Club grounds in Nairobi has indeed been a very fortunate piece of earth, a piece of soil that has witnessed on its very grounds very many historic and unique occasions during the Imamate of the 48th Imam of the Shah Imami Ismailis, and now marking the beginning of the Imamate of the 49th Imam with the Takht Nashini celebrations. Sir Ibu introduces various members of the committee and various leaders of the Ismaili Jamaat of Nairobi and indeed of East Africa to Maulana Hazir Imam, His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan. Flanked by Sir Ibu Pirbai and Count Abdullah Hashim Ganji, His Highness inspects the grounds